So Jim, tell us about some of the new features of the Sector rod.
Yeah, so we have two innovations that we're introducing as industry firsts. Both contribute to the performance. One is a components-based innovation and one is a materials-based. The component side is the new Cerakoil guides. They're nickel titanium shape memory metal.
What did you just do there?
Oh, I bent it flat and it came back to its shape. Yeah. But what's cool about it is it's got the nickel titanium shape memory metal, but it actually has a zirconia ceramic ring in it. So these guides are completely rust proof. They're bend proof. And they have the lowest coefficient of friction of any guide made. And then just to make them extra cool, we did a black PVD coating. So they actually, or I shouldn't even call it a coating because it's physical vapor deposition. So it's not a coating that'll rub off. So they're super slick, rust proof, bend proof, PVD coated, really over the top.
And that was a Cerakoil you called that?
Yeah, Cerakoil.
Okay.
And then on the material side, we introduced the industry's first multi-directional carbon fiber prepreg. And what that means,
Please explain.
In plain English, it means that there's fibers going in around the rod in almost every direction. And why that's important and why that's cool is that think about what would be the perfect fly rod, right? It would be 100% efficient. Every bit of energy you put into the rod would go right out the line, right? None would bleed off as it travels through the rod. And that's one of the things that rod designers always struggle with, how to make the rod more efficient without making it stiffer or heavier by adding more material, right? And one of the ways we do that in this industry is by using multi-directional layouts. It's something most of the top-end companies do now. They put in fibers going, let's say at 45 degrees, to stabilize the rod and not have energy bleed off as it kind of wobbles, right, in the cast.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, so by using a multi-directional, we're not limited to just 45 degrees now, to one direction of stabilization. We've got fibers going in 18 and 62 and 34 degrees, so they're going all around the blank, and it's just another little step in terms of stabilizing that rod more and getting more energy out to the line.
You mentioned prepreg. For people who don't know what prepreg is, you want to just describe what that means?
That means some fiber, could be carbon, glass, Kevlar, whatever, with a glue, in the simplest terms.
Already mixed in with
mixed
the fiber.
together.
Gotcha.
And that's the basic building block of any fishing rod, would be carbon fiber with an epoxy resin.
Gotcha.
And so this is the first, and most of those are all unidirectional or they're woven at a specific angle. And this is the first multi-directional all over angle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And when you make a rod, you're wrapping that prepreg around the mandrel?
Exactly.
Right? The steel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it gets heated up or something happens?
Yep. It's the glue cures with heat.
Gotcha.
So you put it in the oven and bake it.
Cool. So that's this is Sector fly rod. Yeah. And what's the price point on this?
$985.
$985. And when will this be available?
It is in shops now.
Oh, it is already in shops.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
We started shipping them just before the show, and the dealers have them and are selling them, and super happy. So starts with a 7-weight, 8-weight? Oh, it's actually a really neat model mix. It actually starts at an 8-foot 4-inch 6-weight. And we have a whole series of 8-foot 4-inch rods in there that are just the most fun you could have casting a fly rod. Talk about efficiency. You actually need to take one out and check it out. And then we have the full complement of 9-foot 6 through 12. And then we're even doing a 13-weight GT type rod and a 15-weight blue water.
Holy moly!
Yeah, so it's a full it's a full coverage series. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, man,
Jim.
great to see you.
Yeah, great job.
And definitely string some up and give them a
Can't wait.
a cast.
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.